Hey, grade 10s. Mr. Cunningham here with your assignment for the trial by media um, assignment. I don't know how else to say that. Sorry, we're off to a good start here. Um, with your trial by media assignment. How about that? I asked you to select one of the episodes to watch. I've heard from a handful of you on which one you were going to or have watched. That's great. Those of you who haven't, please let me know which one you've chosen. Those of you, I still haven't had anybody tell me that Netflix is not an option for them, so I'm still assuming that everybody is able to watch one of these episodes on Netflix. Again, if you can't, if that's an issue, please let me know and we'll figure something out. All right. So um, as I hinted at last week, I basically want you to um, do three things, and they are outlined here. I'll put this assignment sheet on Slack, of course, and this obviously this video will be on Slack. God, I'm having a rough go this morning. Anyway, so I want you to do three things. I would like you to summarize the case. So each episode deals with a different high profile, some more high profile than others, case in American justice that was affected by the media. Okay, so I would like you to summarize what is the case, the criminal case. What is it about? You have who's charged, what are they accused of, what was the where did it happen, when did it happen, why did it happen, how did it happen, those kind of things. Okay, so just the case itself, not the trial, the criminal case. So in the case of the Subway Vigilante episode, which seems to be fairly popular, what did Bernard Getz, what happened on that train according to him? What are the details of the case? Okay. Secondly, I would like you to, based on the episode, comment in paragraph form on the impact the media had on the trial. So obviously, the media had an impact on these trials. This show is called Trial by Media. So it's not whether or not the media did have an impact. It's what exactly that impact was. Do you think it affected the outcome? Did the show think it affected the outcome? What exactly was the conclusion of the show on that topic of how the media, the news media, affected the outcome of that trial? So, lastly, in your opinion, would the trial have had a different outcome if there was no media? So, if you could imagine this trial taking place in a complete vacuum, just in one courtroom with one judge and two lawyers and one jury, um, and that's it, would it have been the same, in your opinion? Okay, no real wrong answer there. I'd just like to hear your thoughts about. I'd like to hear you sort of explain yourself regarding the effect the media has on those trials and everything in general, really. And then lastly, I'd like you to comment in paragraph form about the types of media that you consume. We know what types means. Types of media that you consume. Now, we are in a very interesting time these days with the unrest in the violence and the riots and the demonstrations in the United States and Canada, for that matter, right now. And um, one of the very interesting stories coming out of those protests is the amount of media journalists, and cameramen and camera women and just members of the media that are being shot with usually rubber bullets, which can be very destructive. There's a journalist who got shot in the eye with a rubber bullet and lost her sight in her eye. And so, I mean, there's a lot of questions coming around that, but I'm most interested in, kind of whether or not you were aware of these things I just kind of want to know your media habits. Are you plugged into the news? Are you not plugged into the news? Do you restrict yourself to social media? Is there anything about those type of things on your social media feed? Because you can tailor your social media feed quite closely to your interests and to your um, your habits. So I'm just curious as to your relationship with media. Do you watch? Are you connected with current events? Is it strictly social media? Is it strictly YouTube? What is your relationship with media essentially? Television, internet, social media, etc. One of the interesting things I think that we're seeing unfold in real time here is that, especially in the United States, is that the president of the United States has long railed against what he calls fake news, and has even made that phrase, I mean, a kind of a catchphrase. I don't know if he invented it. I'm sure he didn't. Um, but I think what we're seeing with media members being shot by police in these demonstrations and apparently targeted. There's a video of a police officer aiming his rubber bullet gun at the cameraman, as the camera operator, sorry, as he or she is filming. It's quite harrowing. Anyway, I think what we're seeing is a direct result of 4 years of the U.S. president railing on fake news and delegitimizing any media that he disagrees with or that is not quote unquote fair or kind to him. I think we're really seeing a real life result of his rhetoric, of his sort of baseless arguments about the news media outside of Fox News. So anyway, that's the assignment. Again, it's fairly wide open. I guess it's kind of 3 short paragraphs. So you can get going on that. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope you enjoyed watching the episode. Talk to you later.